Hey everybody, what's going on? And welcome to Guns N' Roses Central, and we've got some more Guns N' Roses news today. So Duff's trainer actually posted a video on Instagram of Duff working out. It looks like Duff is getting ready for the next leg of the Guns N' Roses tour that's going to hit Europe first, and then it's going to go to North America. So it's about like a 45-second long video. You can see Duff still working out pretty hard even at his age, and I hope I can work out like that whenever I'm at Duff's age. But I've linked to it down below if you guys want to go check it out. Let's go on to our next piece of news for the day. So staying on Duff, we actually had a tweet from him tweeting about the attacks in London, just showing his support to the people of London. I looked at some of the other Twitter feeds, didn't really see a whole lot of messages, but I don't expect Axl and Slash to tweet every time some major world event happens. So while we're still on the topic of Duff, I know one of my subscribers had mentioned that they had tried to watch the show Wives of Rock. So if you guys haven't seen it, it's a show that I believe used to be on VH1. It's basically a reality show that follows around couples who are in the rock and roll industry, who are in the music industry, and maybe who are married to famous people in rock and roll. And it just basically shows you what their life is like. And Duff's wife is actually one of those people, and Duff is sometimes featured on it too. Slash was on it along with his ex-wife Perla. So I've linked to the episodes if you guys want to check it out. There's actually one clip on YouTube that's specifically just about Slash and Duff, and I've linked to that one as well, so you guys can go check it out. If you guys haven't watched it, go check it out and let me know what your thoughts are. Let's go into our next piece of news for the day. So we've got an interview way back from like 1989 with Don Henley. So Don Henley actually collaborated with Axl Rose way back in the day, and he actually filled in for Steven Adler when Guns N' Roses performed Patience at I think it was the American Music Awards back in 1989. So he commented a bit about that. I'd covered that story about a month ago or so, and Don Henley was asked to fill in on the drums, and he was a little bit hesitant, he said, in that interview he did way back. And he said that it wasn't until he talked to his manager that he finally was convinced, okay, he'll do the gig. And he said Playing Patience was like a pretty simple song, but he had nothing but really nice things to say about Axl and the guys from Guns N' Roses. And then we've got a new interview with Steven Adler's mother. So she was on a radio station in Boston talking about her new book, Sweet Child of Mine, How I Lost My Son to Guns N' Roses. I still haven't seen anybody who's actually read the book and given me any feedback on whether they enjoyed it or not. I think the last time I talked to some of my subscribers, they said they weren't able to actually order the book yet. And so I've linked to this interview down below. There's also another interview that Steven's mother did with Fox 32 in Chicago. I want to give Jeff a big shout out. He's the one who sent me the link to it. So I've linked to the interview down below. Unfortunately, as far as I know, Steven doesn't make an appearance in the interview. If you guys want to hear Steven's latest interview, you're probably best going off to Bill Burr's podcast. He had done a podcast about a week or so ago, and Steven was on there along with his brother and his mother. Now, from whatever I heard of it, they didn't really talk about the reunion. I think it was probably shot around the point where somebody from the Guns N' Roses camp told Steven, like, hey, keep your mouth shut. Don't talk about the reunion because we want you involved in some way in 2017. But go check it out, guys, and let me know your thoughts as always. Let's go on to our final piece of news for the day. So we've got a review of the band Guns N' Roses. So I don't know if you guys remember, but I actually interviewed the frontman for the band a couple weeks ago on my podcast. It was great having Gavin on. So they had a pretty positive review by Staffs Live. So it looks like Guns N' Roses is out there doing shows and doing some gigs, and they had a really positive review. They said Guns N' Roses at the Sugar Mill in Henley. They said there's no need to use your illusion with Guns N' Roses. Not only are they as close to the real thing as you're going to get without remortgaging, they still have what Guns N' Roses seem to be missing these days, a passion for the music and appreciation for the fans. So I know a lot of you guys are fans of Guns N' Roses. I wish they were coming to my neck of the woods because I would totally go check them out. That basically does it for today's news, guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know your comments in the comment section down below. And as always, make sure you subscribe to my channel for all things related to GNR. And be sure to follow me on Twitter and Facebook. I always post exclusive stuff on there and hold polls on there to see what you guys want to see next on my YouTube channel. So thanks for watching, guys, and have yourself a good day.